Welcome students. Let us continue our discussion on projection of planes by solving the next question, which says a square lamina ABCD of 50 mm side rests on corner A in HP such that the plane is seen as a rhombus in the top view with diagonal contained by corner A measuring 25 mm. Draw the projection and determine the surface inclination of the plane with the HP. Now, to start the initial construction, we need the answer for these three questions, that is what, where and how. So again reading the question, what? So the first word itself gives the answer. What to draw is the square lamina of side 50 and the naming given is ABCD. Next question is where to draw. So it's given that it is in HP. So in HP means it will be start from below reference line, that is from HP. And how? It is given that it is resting on a corner. So that means we have to construct a square such that one of the corner comes on the right hand side. So let us start with the construction part now. So first we will make a reference line. Then we have to construct a square such that one of the corner is in HP. So let us see the construction, how it should be constructed. First, to take any point randomized. Let us say I am taking this point. Now from this point you have to measure 45 degrees. So we have to measure 45 degrees on both sides. So here 45 is this one. Similarly 45 on this side. Now why it was measured 45? Because we know that the angle between the sides of a square is 90 degrees. So I have marked 45 on that side and 45 on this side. Now joining these lines by a light line first for the initial construction. We will join this by a light lines. Now taking the compass and measuring the side of square, which is 50 mm. So I will measure 50 mm in the compass, that is 5 centimeter. And we'll keep it on this particular point and make an arc at the top as well as bottom, that is on both the inclined lines of 45. Now keeping the same measurement, keep the compass at this particular point and make an arc here. Similarly from this point, make an arc at this particular location. Now we can complete the square by making dark lines. So starting from this point, so this completes the square wherein one of the corner is on HP, that is we have kept it on the right hand side. So I will now name the things. This is A, B, C, and D. Now this completes step 1. Now to complete step 2, I will write it here. We have started from step 1 down. So step 2 will be here. Then next will be step 3 and then step 4. So in which step 2 and step 4 are means of by means of projections. So now I will take the projections for which you will be making using use of scale. So taking projector from each and every point. So if your construction is perfect, B and D will come on the same line. And then finally A. You have to take projectors from each and every point on the figure. Now wherever these projectors are touching this XX line or the reference line, I will name this line as XX. Now I will give the names. So here it will be A dash, this will be B dash and D dash, and this will be C dash. Now next step to complete step 2 is make this line dark from point A to point C. Now next step. This is step 1, this is step 2. Now step 3 should come here. And one of the condition is it is resting on one of its corner. That means this corner A should be on XY line because it is in HP. So I can't move the position of A. So I will mark somewhere here at some location. Let us say this point is A dash. Because it should be on HP, that means it should be on XY line. It should not change the position. Anything which we keep on right hand side should be on XY line if it is in HP or VP. Now in earlier problems we used to get the angles. The angles were given, we just make the angle and then we proceed with the solution part. But in this case we are not given the angle, but we are given the final answer. That step 4, this particular part will be seen as a rhombus with top view, in top view diagonal contained by the corner. Now again the important part, which diagonal? Diagonal contained by corner A. So if I make this diagonal here, this diagonal is this one from point A to point C. Now this diagonal should be measuring 25 mm only in the right hand side part. So what I will do is, I know that this is point A dash, so I will take the projectors first down. Projection should be very light. Now similarly, the projection from A will come from here. And wherever they intersect, that will be named as A. Now as per the question, it is given that the diagonal will be measuring 25 mm. So what I will do is, I will measure the diagonal from this point A. From this point A, I will measure 25 mm just by means of a light line now. So as per the question, this diagonal will be AC. So I will name this as C. Now regarding points B and D, I will just simply take the projections. So this is projection from point D. And this is projection from point. Now as we have got point C, this the projector from point C can be taken up. Now this is the projector of point C. Now taking the compass, measuring the distance from point A to point C. Now we know that we will keep this compass at point A, and this compass and this distance should be measured on the projector of C. Why C? Because I am measuring distance from A to C. So it should cut the projector of C. So I will make an arc and then we'll just extend this line. So the point where it intersect, that will be your point C dash. Now once I got value of C dash or the point C dash, I can now join it with the dark line. So this is point A to point C. Now in B and D, so I will measure the distance between B and D from the compass. You can measure from C also, you can measure from A also. Now keeping the compass at C and making arc here to locate the position of point B and D. So this is B dash and D dash. Now finally we will complete the fourth step by taking the projector from B and D. Projector should be very light, and by means of, you have to draw it by means of a scale. It will be named as point B and D. So projector from B is coming from here and it is from here. So this intersection point will be named as B. Similarly for D, the intersection point is here. So this is point D. Now we will join this point sequentially in the dark. So starting with point A to point B, then from B to C, C to D, and D to A. So here you can see we have fulfilled the condition that it should look, it should be seen as a rhombus of in the top view with diagonal contained by corner A measuring 25 mm. So we have made a rhombus with a diagonal containing the corner A to C measuring 25 mm. So finally we have to give the dimensions. Now this completes the construction part. But in the question, if you see, there was a question asked: draw the projections and determine the surface inclination of the plane with HP. So we have to now to measure the inclination with respect to HP, we have to see in the VP. So we have to make I have to measure this angle. So the angle which earlier questions used to have, now it is asked in this question. So the angle is approximately 70 degrees. So you have to write the answer that theta is equal to 70 degrees. Then you have to mark theta here, that this is theta. Now this completes the entire solution. Thank you.